Ah, the southern Turkish coast is intoxicating. The incredible sun-splashed scenery distracting to say the least. But those who staved off elimination at Stage 3 wanted more than just a few photos from a trip to the Turkish Riviera, especially after braving heat and tricky winds leading to upsets. The bigger the names, the harder they fell, making way for new faces in the finals here on Konyaaltı Beach in Antalya, where there is much to take in. But the sightseeing would have to wait. There was work to be done as the river continues flowing on World Archery's World Cup Tour, where Germany's emerged as a major player this summer.
We haven't changed anything after Medellin. We had a good time there, and of course we want to force our practice now to especially for our European Championships and of course for the next World Cup.
Years ago we started to train together years ago, and so we're still the same team, and so we know each other very well, and that makes, that's good for us. We're shooting 2 arrows each because we try to rotate each arrow, but it confuses us sometimes.
It's getting more trouble. You have to walk more, and it's, I don't know, it's more, a fluent way to shoot 2 arrows and then the next 2 arrows. Yeah, I think it's better for us.
We have to do 1 arrow each in the final, but usually we're shooting 2 arrows. Sometimes I think it's important to talk about other things than archery. Because your mind gets destroyed. But before a match, we talk to each other like, stay strong, keep on going, keep on drawing, and things like that. If we're not in the lead, like we had the problem with Russia, we're staying focused. We support each other. We say, okay, it's set play, so we can go on, and then it doesn't matter to us what happened, so that's done, and now we have to focus on the next things and next steps, and be prepared for it.
It's been 9 years since the Chinese women defeated the women from Korea, but at Stage 3 Antalya, China would get another chance. Cheng Ming, Feng Yuting, and Zhu Jing, the same trio who lost to Korea at the Olympics in London. So there's no lack of motivation for China or Korea. Cheng Hai-jin, Zheng Da-so-mi, and Lee Tuk-young taking aim at the women's team gold medal in Antalya. Let's fast forward to the 4th set. Korea winning 2 of the first 3 to grab a 2-point lead. Cheng Ming, a World Cup gold medalist, leads off the 4th set with a solid 9. Zhu Jing puts her arrow just inside the line for a 10. And Feng Yuting makes it 2 in a row. Korea's Cheng Hai-jin in for a surprise she's not going to like. That puts her team behind the 8 ball. Lee Tuk-young comes up with a better result, and Zheng Da-so-mi brings Korea back within 2. Cheng Ming answers with a 10 of her own. So Zhu Jing can breathe a little easier despite this 9. But Chinese spirits sink after an 8 from Feng Yuting. Korea needs 28 to tie the set and win the match, which appears to be doable when Ms. Lee drills one dead center. Ms. Chang keeps her shot in the yellow, as does Zheng Da-so-mi. But she needed 10 to win and comes up 1 point short. So the set goes to China, the match is tied. Time for a shoot-off. Korea gets 10 from Lee. China falls behind after a 9 from Cheng Ming. Ms. Cheng cannot capitalize. In fact, that shot spells trouble for Korea, especially when Zhu Jing delivers with deadly accuracy. Advantage, China. Korea can still make a run at the goal, but another 8 from Jung Da-so-mi seems to seal their fate. 8 or better gets it done for China. Hong Yuting's arrow ending up in the suburbs. A 7 ties the tiebreaker, so now it's the judge's call. And upon further review, a closer inspection gives the decision to the women from China. The tears shed are tears of joy, and yes, maybe a little bit of relief. The 9-year dry spell is over for the Chinese women, who defeat Korea for the first time since 2005. In that tiebreaker, both teams scored 26, China's best arrow closer to the center. We beat the Korean team in this match because our team is very strong. And we also support each other really well. Ranging from 19 to 21 years of age, Galsan Bazarshapov, Bayer Zibektorgiev, and Bolat Dzibjitov would represent the Russian Federation in the men's gold medal match against an all-star lineup from Korea. The Russians had defeated India, Belarus, and Japan, but beating Kubanchan, Kim Woo-jin, and Oh Jin-yek is an entirely different matter. That was reflected by the score after 2 sets. Koo, Kim, and Mr. O quickly taking a 4-0 advantage. Not surprising, Korea had only dropped 2 set points during the week of qualifying. But Bazarjapov's just getting comfortable. Same goes for Zibektorgiev. And Dzibjitov takes his game to the next level with a 10. Kim Woo-jin leads off for the top-ranked team in men's recurve, and though he's a bit off, his partner Kubanchan is right on target. And then there's Oh Jin-yek, who uses Koo's arrow for a target. Side-by-side shots put Korea up by 1 in the set. Back to Russia, and Galsan gets them going. Bayer will come close, but lands this shot less than an inch outside the line. Bolat takes notice and rings up a 10 that raises Russia's hopes. Cool, calm, and collected, Kim Woo-jin bursts their bubble. Kubanchan takes even more air out of the Russian sails. And the 2012 Olympic champion brings the proceedings to a close. His shot bites the line, giving Korea a 1-point victory in the set and bringing the match to an end. It's another day at the office for the powerful Korean men, who steamroll their way through the field to claim another team gold medal. With surgical precision, they methodically make quick work of the young Russians, who now understand what it takes to defeat a team that seems unbeatable. I think in my mind, there really isn't any place to shoot without wind or with a perfect situation. We already went through the qualification rounds here in Antalya all week long, so it really wasn't a problem for us here in the final venue with the wind. So it was good.
Hi, I'm Larry Godfrey from Great Britain, and I'm here today to talk to you about the grip of an archery bow. And on this bow, the grip is made out of wood. You can also get plastic grips. The reason we have strong materials is so when we push against the riser, it doesn't collapse and it maintains a consistent pressure. This, my grip here is a personalized grip, so I've used the original wooden grip and then I've put some milliput on top of it and shaped it to my personal preference. So the angle of the grip from stock comes about this angle, if you like, and a lot of archers shoot with a low grip, which is called a low grip, so the pressure makes your wrist do this, and then other archers shoot with a lot of high grip. So again, as like I said before, where they use the milliput to create the different angles in the grip, and this will give you a high wrist. The grip is the very most important part of the bow, I think, because it's like your tires on a car, where it's the contact, the one contact with your equipment. So it's the most important part, I think.
India would try to get a grip on the mixed team gold medal up for grabs on Konyalti Beach. Bombaila Devi Laishram pairing up with Jayanta Talukdar. Together they'd already upset Korea's Kim Woo-jin and Lee Tuk-young. Now they'd be up against a Chinese team featuring Fong Yu-ting and Wong Gong, who took out the Americans, Italians, and Japanese teams to reach the gold medal match. It was all even after 2 sets. China taking the early lead, and India fighting back in the second set. Wong Gong gets the third set going, landing one on the line. Fong Yu-ting leaves no doubt. There's pressure on India to keep pace. Devi Laishram unfazed. But Talukdar cannot keep it in the yellow rings, and China has a 2-point edge. Wong Gong continues his strong performance,
10 points,
which allows Fong the luxury of leaving an arrow in the 9 ring. China puts this set out of reach. All India can do is play out the set, work on their shots, and get ready for the all-important 4th set. Now in that all-important 4th set, all China needs is a split, and the bounty belongs to Wong Gong and Fong Yu-ting. Facing elimination, the situation goes from bad to worse for India after an 8 by Bombaila. Talukdar settled for a mixed team silver in Antalya 2 years ago, and it looks like he'll have to settle again. But China can't stand prosperity. An 8 from Wong Gong and now a 9 from Miss Fong takes India off the hook. With new life, Devi Laishram delivers 9 more points. Is India on the comeback trail? Does not appear to be the case after Mr. Talukdar's disappointing 8. Once again, fortune smiles on India and frowns on China. Wong Gong 7 threatens to force a shoot-off unless Fong Yu-ting can hit the middle, tie the set, and split the points, giving China the 1 point needed to claim victory, and that's exactly what she did. After missing a chance to nail down the women's team gold medal earlier in the day, Fong Yu-ting comes through in the clutch to end this match and give her country another gold medal, this time in mixed team competition. I am very happy to come back to Turkey after 3 years, and I feel very good to win a gold medal here.
How was my life before archery?
I started archery when I was 7 years old, so I went to school, and archery is my life.
Before to be an archer, I was athlete, gymnastics.
I don't remember it. I started on the British team when I was 12, so I don't know, I was very little.
I was a teacher for high school and for university, and then I get head coach in Germany.
Before I want to play sports, but not archery, but my mother archery coach. That's why I'm into archery.
I really didn't have a life for archery. I've been doing archery since I was very young.
My life was
kinda, I can't say boring, because I didn't know archery. So I learned it, and my life changed awesomely.
Hayakawa Ren was hoping her life would get better after missing out on 2 chances to win a bronze medal earlier in the day during team competition. The cheerful 26-year-old from Japan had already beaten the odds. Coming to Antalya ranked 79th, she found a way to reach the women's bronze medal match, facing Korea's Zhu Yeonjung, a former world champ who won this event 5 years before on Konyaaltı Beach. This would be the first head-to-head battle between these 2 brilliant archers. And on this day, Hayakawa Ren seemed just a little bit sharper. Up 5-1 after 3 sets, she merely needed a split in the 4th set to secure the bronze for Japan. Ms. Zhu maintains her focus. And that compels her opponent to do the same. The Koreans never quit, though. At the very least, Zhu Hunjeong will make Hayakawa Ren work hard for the victory. She'll have to work even harder after parking her next shot in the 9 neighborhood. So there's a chance for Ms. Zhu to clinch the set and get back into the match, but those hopes are dashed with a disappointing 8. Now at the mercy of her opponent, Zhu knows her fate rests in the hands of Hayakawa Ren. In this situation, 9 is enough to gain the split and pick up the 1 point needed to claim the bronze medal. If at once you don't succeed, try again. Perseverance pays off for Hayakawa Ren, who gets the job done on her own, winning with a final score of 6-2. In the women's marquee matchup, China's Cheng Ming would be going for even more gold. Having helped her country win the team event that morning, it was time to get greedy and go for the daily double. Easier said than done. Korea's Chang Hae-jin had already settled for silver in the team gold medal match, so this would be her last chance to capture the top prize here in Turkey. She didn't shoot at stage 1 and finished 17th at stage 2. So this would be her first opportunity to win an individual medal on this year's World Cup tour, and she wanted that medal to be gold. Ms. Chang appears to be good as gold after taking the first 2 sets and a 4-0 lead. Cheng Ming leads off the 3rd set, and she's wide to the right. Chang Hae-jin, a chance to make her move, but she leaves her shot low. The frustration builds for Cheng Ming, who's stuck in the 9 ring. But as long as the Korean keeps shooting 9s, there's no damage done. Another 9, so it's all even, with 1 shot to go in this set. Strangely, there seems to be a force field around the 10 ring on Cheng Ming's target, leaving her vulnerable. If Ms. Chang can finally put one in the middle, the match is over. That's a big if. Another 9 splits the set and leaves Chang Hae-jin 1 point short of winning the match. So it's 5-1 Korea after 3 sets. Chang Hae-jin still in command with a 4-point lead, but backed against the wall, Cheng Ming comes out swinging. She finally gets a bead on the center of the target, forcing Chang Hae-jin to raise the level of her game. In this seesaw battle, the Chinese champion finally blinks with an 8 on her 2nd shot. So the door is open for the Korean, or is it? Shut the front door, it's a 7. Cheng Ming's got the edge. And looks to be in good shape, unloading a 9 with her 3rd shot. But this is the set system, so Ms. Chang still has a chance to end the party if she can bounce back from the 7. Needs a 10 to win it, and she nails it. Chang splits the set and picks up the 1 point that she needed to secure the gold medal. Even better, Chang Haijin also picks up 25 points to gain ground in the World Cup rankings. She is definitely in the picture for September's World Cup final in Lausanne. In the team match, I couldn't find the exact aiming point, so I wasn't quite confident about my shooting. But for the individual match, I got some confidence from the previous experience, and it was quite successful. Chang Haijin wasn't in the picture after the first 2 stops on this year's World Cup tour. 2 other Koreans showed up in the top 7 of the World Cup rankings. But now after Antalya, 4 Koreans are in contention, including Chang Haijin and Lee Tuk-young. Hayakawa Ren still with an outside chance of reaching Lausanne.
Hello, I'm Florian Kalland from Germany, and I shoot the first time here in Antalya, and I shot really good in the qualification round. Shooting 60 in the first end is really, really great, and it was my first 60 in the competition, and it was very good. I don't feel any nerves here because I was to 4 World Cups before, and it's fun to shoot with good guys on the target. I hope to come to the 8th elimination because I did it in Shanghai with less competitors, and yes, that's my goal, and as far as I come, it's good.
Germany's Florian Kalund came to Turkey and exceeded all of his expectations just by reaching the quarterfinals. With only 5 World Cup points and no major wins to his credit, he was relatively unknown coming into the men's gold medal match, even though he'd beaten Brady Ellison to reach the beach. Korea's Koo Bon-chan would be waiting on that beach, eager to win his 2nd gold medal of the day and take his place among the other great archers produced by Korea. After 3 sets, we're tied up at 3 apiece. They split the first set, Kalund took the second set, and Koo Bon-chan bounced back to win the third. Mr. Koo gets the 4th set started with a solid, if not spectacular shot. That provides a chance for Florian to move ahead with a 10. Koo cannot match that score. He puts up another 9. If this were poker, a pair of 9s might work, but all's not lost because Kalund throws down a 9 himself. Koo Bon-chan just can't seem to break through. So ironically, all the German needs is a 9 to win the set. Irony can be so ironic. Florian Kalund keeps the suspense going with a 7 that splits the set and moves the score to 4 apiece as we head to the 5th set. The gold medal's there for the taking for the man who can take control. Mr. Koo continues to put himself in jeopardy, but remember, this is Kalund's first time on this stage. Hasn't had a chance to develop a killer instinct. That 9 levels the score in what could be the deciding 5th set. Koo Bon-chan finally breaks through the barrier, picks up the dime. In a match this close, that could be a turning point, but Kalund rises to the challenge, and it's all even again. These two are locked in a tight battle where every point looms even larger. Mr. Koo cannot connect with the 10 ring, so that could be his final shot. The outcome resting with Florian Kalund, who can cash in with a 10. But under the gun and the glaring Turkish sun, the young German veers left with that shot, which ties the set, ties the match, and forces a 1-arrow shoot-off. Many believe it's an advantage to shoot first, but when Koo Bon-chan sails high, the advantage now belongs to Florian Kalund. And the 21-year-old German leaves no doubt about whose arrow is closer to the center. He's just about dead center with the money shot that brings the house down. After finishing 9th in Shanghai and 33rd in Medellin, Florian Kalund finishes with a flourish to pick up a signature victory, signaling his arrival on the World Cup Tour.
I
thought about shooting against a Korean archer, and I thought that I will lose, and that helped to keep me calm and just shoot the best I can. Asian archers dominated the World Cup standings after Shanghai and Medellin, but Florian Kalun's victory shakes up those standings. He's now tied for third, while Kuban Chan moves ahead of teammate Kim Woo-jin in this race for the World Cup finals. That race continuing at Stage 4 in Poland. Till then, we say so long from Antalya, Turkey.